Becky, I can hardly believe that I get to stand here today to marry you. I never could have envisioned the path that God prepared for us. Sometimes it's hard to understand how God works all things together for good, but with us standing here today, I know His promise is true.
So, a ways back now, Rich shows me this picture on his phone of this girl, right? Absolute dime. I say, hey, you should probably ask her out on a date. He says, no way, that's my sister's best friend. A couple months go by, she doesn't come up again, and he's telling me about his last trip home, right? Reconnected with some old friends, one friend in particular. It's probably that Becky girl, huh? I don't know what you're talking about. Shortly after that, I leave. I haven't talked to Rich in a couple months at this point, actually. And we finally have time for a call, and we're catching up, and I can feel that the conversation is sort of driving at something, like he's got an agenda here. And he finally gets to it, and he says, guess what? And I say, you're going on a date with Becky, huh? He says, how'd you know? Yeah, every guy shows his buddy pictures of that pretty girl that he's so happy to be friends with, right? So he's all excited about this date, and honestly, you all probably know the history from that point better than I do. But I think I jumped to conclusions faster than Richard's Oma did. I knew from that point, it was on. These two, they were getting married.
God has led us to this very moment where I get to vow my entire life to you. He is here at the very beginning of our marriage, binding us together, and it's only through His strength and His help that I can make these promises to you. Richard Andrew Otten, I promise to stand by your side through the laughs and the tears, the joy and the pain, the happiness and the hurt. I promise to love you through the exciting, adventurous days and the mundane days and the hard days. I promise to love you in sickness and in health, in poverty and in wealth, when we're young till we're old and gray, or right until the last day that God gives us on this earth.
I'm so grateful to God for bringing us together, and I'm excited to spend the rest of our lives together. So before God, our family, and these witnesses, I, Richard Otten, take you, Rebecca Beakey, to be my lawfully wedded wife. Everything that I have, everything that I am, I pledge to you. I vow to keep your spiritual welfare my priority, always seeking God's help for spiritual leadership. God in His infinite wisdom has brought our paths together, and I vow with God's help to love, cherish, and honor you, whether for better or for worse, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, and only death may separate us.
Rich, you have found a wife who will always love you, is the most loyal person I know, and will be down for any adventure. She is kind, loving, and the most genuine-hearted person I know. I'm so happy you and Becky have found each other. You two suit each other perfectly, and I can't wait to see your marriage grow. Becky, our friendship is about to undergo another period of adjustments. We have dreamed since we were little girls of who you would marry and what life would look like. And now, here we are on the verge of seeing all these dreams come true. I couldn't love who you picked as a husband more. And I know no matter what your future brings, you will always be my best friend and now my sister.
Reggie, I promise to be faithful, to be loyal. I promise to be completely honest and trustworthy. I promise to always love you. Sorry. I want to be your listening ear and safe place. I know I can't promise these things on my own, so I pray that I will always depend on God's strength and His guidance. I pray that we'll love Him most of all and be constantly led to the rock that is higher than us. We stand on this promise that a 3 umbilical cord is not easily broken. So with his help, I promise to always love you.